Hopefully it is. It says stream quality is good, but I'm not connected on YouTube yet, so how good can it really be if I'm not live? Let's take a look. Let's keep waiting. As per usual, I always want to make sure to wait until everything is functioning before doing anything. So the first thing I do is just check on tech. And there we go. I am live on YouTube. I am officially live. It looks like we got a couple of other streamers out today. We got Trav and Crondo and Loic all streaming. So there we go. Anyways, I am officially live. Very good, very good. So I'm just going to get started by spending some of my campaign energy. Dorito, welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow. Okay, that's weird. I just got a notification that I've got 100 messages today in chat, which is interesting because you've sent one message so far. Apparently your message of Doritos is just worth 100 messages. Good to know. Anyways, welcome. Thank you for coming on by. Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Just opening whatever, I don't even know what Taskmaster orb it was. Okay, cool. I can bring him up to 4 stars. That's not too bad. Gonna get one of those annoying red dots here. Gonna get that. And then I've got 200 campaign energy I need to deal with. Or 100 Doritos. Yes, one message is worth 100 Doritos. And it appears that it's at the point where it's not showing the viewers, which is always great when it didn't know, it doesn't tell you what's going on. But oh well. Alright, what was I spending it on? Anyone remember? Anyone have a clue what I was doing? Alright, I should look for something that has resistance. Farm some of these, because with the cheap energy refreshes, I used a lot of them today. Oops, didn't mean to use that one. Oh well. There we go, that's 100. I think that is good for now on the energy spending. Supplies, what do I have now? A basic orb? Probably just a basic orb, yep. Might as well get that out of the way. Very good. Not too bad, not too bad. Now, what was I going to say? I'm going to do a quick arena battle just to get started because I haven't done my arena battles today. Again, I'm not quite ready power-wise to deal with a lot of these teams with my Black Order just yet. But hopefully within the next week or so, I will have them at a usable level for this type power punch-ups. But for now, I'm going to actually switch back to my other team that I was using beforehand, literally just for the purpose of dealing with the massive punch-up. Mind you, Ebony Maw is they're very tempting to keep in at the same point, but let's see. I'm going to put my Black Bolt in. Going to get Symbiote Spidey there. Now, who else? Of course, I'm going to Phoenix on the end. I'll put Ultron here. Phoenix on this end. And Mr. Sinister over there. Very good. Now let's give this a shot. The reason I want my Symbiote Spidey next to my Phoenix is because if I get an ability block on my Phoenix, or Splash, like Vision tries to ability block Phoenix, the other person he'll hit will be Symbiote Spidey. And Symbiote Spidey's basic is plenty fine anyways, so it doesn't really matter if he's ability blocked. So he's just better to have ability block than anyone else on the team, so I like to put him next to the Phoenix. Alright, let's put this on ×3. Alright, gonna target Black Bolt here and use this special. Use another special, try and get my Phoenix killed. Just gonna use the basic here, I want to save my Ultron. Did not actually kill my Phoenix. Wow, I was really expecting my Phoenix to die with that, but oh well. Get a second Phoenix in on this situation. Use Black Bolt here. And there we go. The Ultron is gone. No need for me to use my second Phoenix's special yet, because my first Phoenix hasn't died. Just gonna use the basic. Another basic mine as well. Okay, Black Bolt seemed to double attack that time, which is weird. Sometimes he doesn't attack at all, sometimes he double attacks. It's just a big confusing mess what my Black Bolt is going to do at any given time. So I'm going to try and strip that taunt. Did not work. More taunting. Maybe this can get through the taunt. Nope. Yeah, that's not great. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And just toss this. I've definitely lost this fight though. Alright. Not great, not a great arena battle. Not a great one. Not sure why. Normally I'd win that fight. Perhaps I'm just a little out of hang on that of the feeling of the fight, but normally it goes better than that. Alright, just checking one last time to make sure everything is looking fine on my end. How does it look and how does it sound, guys? From what I can tell, it looks alright. I can't tell you anything about how it sounds because I can't hear it. So that's an issue, of course, in identifying whether the sound is fine. I have to just reopen chat real quick, see if that fixes a quick issue. Yep, okay, chat is reopened and I believe that fixed it. So now I can see that. It's all good? Perfect. Thank you for giving me the heads up and letting me know. Alright, so it looks I got the viewer count back so I can actually see some things on my end, which is always helpful. Gonna claim some daily objectives like the arenas. Did I say something? Hey there, Ghost. No, I didn't say anything. If you're hearing things, I'd be concerned. You should probably talk to someone about that. Hearing voices, I hear it's very dangerous. Alright guys, let's give Dark Dimension 3 a shot and see how it goes. And then after that, we'll move into basically whatever people are wanting to do, wanting to see. If anyone wants to do some PvP or matchup tests, always down for that. And on top of that, I think I'm going to be messing around in Ultima 7 a bit today, trying to find a good use for Ebony Maw, see how he does there. Maybe I will T4 one of Ebony Maw's abilities. I don't remember how many ability materials I have. If I can afford it, I will. If I can't, obviously I won't. It's completely dependent on whether I have the ability materials or not. And yeah, just carrying on and having a bunch of fun. And I had an idea for story time for later, but can't seem to remember what it was. This is like I've been over this 5 times, this same story idea. How long does it take to 100% Dark Dimension 3? I don't have an exact time frame, but I would guess a very, very long time. Like months. We're talking months here for sure. 3 months, I think is a fair answer. Oh, come on. 2 straight days, no Phoenix special. What even is this? What even is this? Alright, let's just try and, I don't know, do anything. Any progress is better than no progress at this point. Again, no need to... I'm going to try and kill the Deadpool. Just feel like I did something productive. Kill Deadpool. There we go, I killed someone, guys. This has been a massive success. I've never seen a node go so well. Just drop that there. That heal block is amazing on Miss Marvel, because if she decides to heal up, well, she can't, so that's amazing. Oh, and my Black Bolt is dead already. Let me just chuck this ultimate there at that Miss Marvel. Mr. Sinister is going to go down pretty soon. Hela's already gone. I'm okay. Average like 4 months. First run, second run should be a lot faster. You'll have more characters from rewards. Yeah, that makes sense. 4 to 5 months is a fair answer. Was just kind of throwing out a number that just kind of had the right feeling, but 4 or 5 months seems plenty fine, plenty fair. And I'm really sorry to hear that, Epic. That is really, really tragic. Okay. Going everything fine? Yeah, that's going good. Can I check that? No, we can't. Alright. Well, that's with not spending cores to revive or spending. Yeah, the only time I'm spending any cores for anything is if I finish a node and I just have to revive Phoenix to start on the next node. I'll do that just because I'm streaming it for you guys. Other than that, I haven't spent any cores on reviving anything. So, yep, 2 straight days, no Phoenix special, which is absolutely brutal. Killing the Deadpool might help with that a bit, hopefully. The Miss Marvel seems to be a big issue, because those assists are brutal. Brutal. But yeah, even now I'm getting close to a bunch of other characters for Dark Dimension 3, which will speed up the progress, because I only have 5 characters and they're not... And Ultron's not exactly doing anything, so it'll be nice to have a bunch of new characters to use, for sure. Kind of fill out the rosters here. Alright, so let's take a look here on Ultimus 7. Unless anyone's wanting to do some PvP or anything like that, feel free. If you are wanting to do that, just let me know and I will make that happen. Whether it's a matchup test or just a regular fight, as per usual. But let's take a quick look, make sure no one's joined in my spot. Yeah, we're good there. Yeah, we're good. We are good for me to join my usual spot. And let's mess around a bit with some teams here and try and find a nice little fit for Ebony Maw. Actually, you know what? Let's just make it simple. Let's just try Ebony Maw here. In that slot that I had Carnage in, which is my usual Ultron slot. Let's see how this goes. It will be pretty good because if I don't have the Shuri defense up ready, maybe I can get the Maw's defense up ready to go, and that can kind of fill in some gaps if some of the ability energies didn't go very well. But it might take a little longer because the Carnage, especially everything up until the final boss node, Carnage just flies through it with this team. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, after this node, I'm going to go check on Ebony Maw to see if I actually have the ability materials to upgrade one of his moves to T4. Could my Wakandans work for Ultimus 7? This difficulty of Ultimus 7, yeah. For the original difficulty of Ultimus 7, my Wakandans could take 2, maybe 3 nodes. Right now, I have no idea what they could take, but they can definitely do some damage. How strong is my Carnage, by the way? 66k. I can show you that specifically after this node. Let's just finish off Punisher. Alright, not too bad. Let me just use this ultimate. Get some ability energy into my Black Bolt. Toss a basic there. Now, I'm just going to do a bit of a health steal. Yeah, that looks not too bad. Not too bad of an ability at all. Actually, it's a pretty great one. Now I've got a bunch of defense downs thanks to Symbiote Spidey. And throw that ultimate. There we go, that one is down. Throw a basic over here. Not sure why I chose there to attack. I'm just going to use my special here. Get some bleeds and some damage dealt. Okay, not too bad. The basic here. Just finishes Spidey on his own. Again, not a bad node. It seemed to work well. Definitely slower than if you have Carnage in there in that spot. But it seems to work plenty fine. If you want to see my Wakandans, I'll gladly use my Wakandans for a note or so. See how they do on their own. But let's just take a quick look. Admittedly, it'll be a lot slower without my Black Bolt. But alright, what was I doing? Ebony Maw first, because... Actually, I can do Carnage first. Here we go. This is my Carnage, guys. Level 70, gear tier 12, 6675. 7 stars, 4 of them red. And he's pretty great. I've had enough material to get him to tier 13 a couple of times, but there's just other characters that need the orange gear first, so he's just kind of waiting in line. Perfect. I can finally do this special, which I am going to do for Ebony Maw. And then after that, I think I'm going to go to the Thanos Basic, which you're using a lot more when empowered than I thought you would be. And it's actually really a devastating move, so I'm definitely going to do that. Perfect, so now I've spent some more gold and I'm basically out of gold again. Alright, let's... do you want to see me use my Wakandans, or do you want to see me try this again with the same team, or go back to my regular team? Or do you guys want to see something else? If you just let me know what it is, I'll be glad to do that. Just give you guys a second to answer. I'm just going to take a look and make sure my lane is open to join in beta. It is. So I'm just going to join that and take a quick node while I wait for any answers on what you guys want to see me do. Go here. Use my Asgardians. Wakandans or Spidey team thingy? My normal raid team with the Carnage and the Symbiote Spidey? That works. I can also try Wakandans. I'll be glad to try that. Haven't actually used them in a Ultimus raid in a while, but I'd be glad to do it. Yeah, that one. Okay. Alright, just gonna pop this on auto. This will finish it up really quick. Get a quick sip of juice, because it's hot here as per usual. Also, great news. Tomorrow I finally get a haircut. And that means I can go back to wearing any hat I want. Right now I've just been rotating between 1 or 2 hats, because they're the only ones that fit over this much hair. My hats don't fit, which for me is actually very tragic. That's actually something very few people know about me. I own a lot of hats. Between here and my place in Canada, which is where I'm from, I have, I believe, 150 like hats. That's not including like special hats or anything, just like regular hats. I have about 150, which is kind of crazy. Here I only have like 15 maybe, which is sad. I do miss my hats. How big are my Wakandans now? 378k. Getting a couple of messages here just on my Discord. Gonna check to see if there's anything super urgent. No, they'll send more information in a second, I'd assume. But yeah, guys, thank you a bunch for coming out to these streams. When I agreed to do them, I wasn't sure how many people would be interested in the daily streams, but just having you guys along has made it one really fun journey, to the point where I'm actually working out logistics of keeping it going even when I go to Canada, if at all possible. It's going to take a bit to figure out how I can make everything work, so there might be a bit of an interruption in the middle of July on these daily streams. It's assuming I can actually go to Canada and be home with my family for a bit. Don't really know with everything going on in the world if I will be able to or not, but I still plan on doing daily streams. I might miss a day or two. I'm getting over some jet lag, but again, just really wanted to say thank you all for coming out to the streams every day. You guys have been awesome. Gonna clear that. Clear that, hopefully. Okay, didn't clear that one, but it'll be fine. Should have cleared it the other direction. Alright, use this ultimate here. I'm gonna target Black Widow. No need to actually target anyone specific, but I did. Let's use this special here. Now I'm gonna use that basic on Black Widow. Now I can just focus on this Merc for a second, but now I've got the more important target of War Machine and the rockets. Throw that basic there. Killmonger basic, the new Pound Okoye basic that does a ton of damage all of a sudden. Use the M'Baku ultimate. Gonna drop the special here. Would do a heal, but the special is just a little more important. Alright, gonna go to the end and use the ultimate, and Killmonger will heal himself back up. Hopefully enough. Not all the way, but it definitely did pretty well. Gonna use my special here with Okoye, and that is just to set up a kill chain here with my Black Panther. Let's target there. I can get, hopefully I get through the defense up, which I do. I'm just going to spam that basic button with Black Panther. And there we go. That is my Wakandans taking down a node on Ultima 7. They take a bit more planning sometimes, but they do their job. That's for sure. When they're built up like that, they can do their job. Alright, so now I'll go back to the other team. Let's make it a little more of an interesting combination, actually. Just for the sake of, just for one node. Don't remember what node I'm on exactly, but I'll do something even more risky, technically, than I normally would do. I'm going to drop Black Bolt in Yo-Yo. I will not be using my Shuri for a singular node, just so you can kind of get a feel for how well the symbiotes all actually work together on this raid. Hopefully I'm not too far along, and then I just don't have the defense up, and I don't... The one person I actually could risk losing like this is my Yo-Yo, because my Yo-Yo is not particularly that big. So yeah. But this should be plenty fine for me to go through. Unless I'm further along in the raid than I realized, but I think I'm not too far. I think I'm pretty early on still. Yep, everything's going good. Alright, just going to use my basic here, get through that defense up and death proof with the assist from Black Bolt, which is always amazing. Let's stun Hulk. Why not? Okay, got the the ability block on Venom, which I was not wanting. But anyways, that person is dead. Now I can focus down Green Goblin, and he should be dying pretty quick with those bleeds. Normally I would use this special and try and finish him off because this is Ultima 7. I just wanted to be careful and not let him get a turn just because I cleared away the bleeds, because Symbiote Spidey's bleeds deal a ton of damage at this power level. Flip all that. Start spreading all those bleeds and defense down. I can go here and just do a nice little special. That Iron Man is dead. Vision can't dodge that, or that. And I'm just going to use a basic on Wasp here. Now the part that I would need here is I need to make sure to kill this Strain. Actually, I don't even need to, because I don't even have any buffs on my team really, except the defense ups on my 3 symbiotes. So that's not even an issue. But ideally you don't want Strange flipping things and reviving things. That's just an unfortunate circumstance when that happens. Yeah, Okoye is now like my third strongest character because of that red star drop. I have a few other characters that I could make bigger if I really tried. My symbiote Spidey hopefully will be bigger soon. At least that's the goal. And I have like a Kree Noble I could make bigger. If I invested a bunch... Eventually I'm going to invest a bunch more in my Supernatural team, and when I do that, hopefully I... what was I going to say? Hopefully I can get my Scarlet Witch up there, because I just got a 6th red star drop on Scarlet Witch as well. So she won't be for long, but she currently is. Again, if I was going to get it, it's like my last Wakandan I would want it on, but it's still a character that I had built up, so I'm completely fine with it. Character I would love it on, and actually when Red Stars first came to the game, there were 3 characters I really wanted Red Stars on. Like, if I were to get a 7 red star drop and I could pick, I wanted, first off, I wanted it on Thanos. Just back then. Then second off, I wanted Black Panther, and third off, I wanted Rocket. So I can technically do, I still would fully agree with actually all of those. I would love all of them. Who should I arena farm? You're doing Scarlet Witch? Well, let me take a look to see, just to remember who's in there off the top of my head. Well, you have a lot of really good choices here. Let's be honest. It depends on what you're going for. Now, Scarlet Witch is an amazing character. I love her, and she is on a great team. So that's not a bad choice. But when you're starting off early, what I always suggest is kind of going for a bit of a legendary focus. Like focusing on getting characters to 5 stars that will help you unlock legendaries, especially if they are good characters. So obviously Crystal will help you get Ebony Maw, but that's ways away. She's also a good character, but not the most essential right away. Heimdall is an Asgardian, and the Asgardians help you get Black Bolt, and honestly they're a very good team. And there are a couple of people that try and say that Heimdall is one of the first people you should farm nowadays and just get as many Asgardians as possible whenever you can. And I'm not going to say that's a bad idea. The Asgardians help in every single game mode. If you get an Asgardian team early and you decide to build them up, you can definitely run them in raids, run them in arena and blitz and war. They really do have a lot of uses, so that's not a bad choice. You have 30 Heimdall shards. Well, I also recommend unlocking characters too. That's a good point, just trying to unlock characters. Human Torch, I wouldn't. Vulture, he can help you unlock 2 legendaries, if Invisible Woman and Shuri. So that is a good choice. Juggernaut helps you unlock Magneto, but I wouldn't recommend that as much. So far either Heimdall or Vulture. Mordo helps with, well, he's a good character, first off again, and he helps with Phoenix, which is probably not where you're at in the game. You're probably a little earlier than trying to get Phoenix. Drax is definitely the one I've always recommended, especially for earlier players, because you get him to 5 stars, that's already a character to help you towards unlocking Star-Lord, and Star-Lord, I think, is the first legendary character people should focus on getting. A lot of people used to say Quake, but she is kind of fallen off a bit, and now she's on the Inhumans team, so she has a good home, but she doesn't really do anything. She can unlock Iron Man for you, but that's not as helpful. I don't recommend doing Defenders. So yeah, you can get Hydra Armored Guard, who helps with the Red Skull team, but that's not really huge. You can get Shield Security, who will help with the Fury team, but again, also unlock Iron Man. I would say that the best options are Drax, Heimdall, or Vulture, technically, for different reasons. It's depending on which route you want to go. Yeah, so those are the characters there, and what I think. Again, unlocking characters is a really important thing when you're early on too. You do want to just have the opportunity to use characters when the need comes up. So unlocking characters is never a bad choice. So guys, I guess I'm doing some beta raid, finishing off my raid nodes. Unless anybody wants to see something in particular, feel free to let me know, and I will do my best to make it happen. The only thing I can't do is I can't do war because our war is over. Okay, not a bad choice there, just especially for the double legendary purpose. That's pretty awesome. I can't do war because our war's over. I also can't do any Dark Dimension 1 because I was messing around with that a bit this morning and I finished off a run. So can't do any Dark Dimension 1. I can mess around on Dark Dimension 2 if people want to see how some people do on Dark Dimension 2. I can do occasional arena battles, can do some blitz, and can do any PvP. It's all up to you guys. Whatever you want to see, I'll make it happen. You know what? I'm actually going to send White Scarf a message, and hopefully she gets it, because I told her what story I was going to tell, but I forgot the story. Hopefully she remembers. So, hopefully. I put it on auto there. What was going to... Alright. Message sent. Oh, and again, at this point, I am reminded to tell you all, if you are on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, get some extra visibility to these streams, and even hit that subscribe button if you want while you're there to subscribe to the channel. A lot of new content coming your way I'm quite excited about. If you're on Twitch, you might as well hit that follow button. That will help me get closer to 50. Oh, right. That is the story I was going to tell. And that is pretty awesome. When I get to 50 followers on Twitch, I will be doing a special stream in some way or another. Hey, Chloroform Kyle, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming on by. I just misspelled. All right. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. Got that done. Gonna do a quick battle here. I think, unless again, you guys want... How is my Black Order doing? My Black Order is doing pretty good. They still need some more resources to put in them. It's going to take just a bit of time for them to be fully ready and prepared. I mean, if you want to see me try my Black Order on 200k punch-ups in Arena, I'm more than willing to try, but the odds are not particularly great. I tend to fall apart when I lose my Cull Obsidian and my Corvus Glaive a little early, but I've won a few. I win about 1 in 2, 1 in 3 battles on a 200k punch-ups against some of the other best characters in the game. So they're definitely doing well. In War, I had them on defense. They got me 2 victories, and the only reason that they lost the 3rd fight was because the 2nd fight I lost my Corvus Glaive, who is my smallest, I believe, against a power armor team that was punching down 50k. Punching down 50k with a power armor team, but the real killer, I bet you anything, was the fact they had 130k Falcon, and I'm pretty sure that ultimate was just too much damage for my Corvus Glaive. But yeah, I'll gladly do that again. If you want to test, like, just throw a team at my Black Order team in PvP, I'd be glad to do that as well, so you can see a bit more of it there. I can also run a Blitz battle. I'm pretty sure it's still the Hawkeye Blitz, I think. Which means I've kind of just left it at a spot so I can test things on the highest tier of Blitz. So yeah, I'll show you the team, how they're looking, PowerPoint wise and such, and then I'll go and do Arena or Blitz or some things like that. And as per usual, on perfect timing when I mention PvP, that is my player ID in chat right now at 5526264. For anyone that's wanting to PvP, or just add me as a contact. Alright, so let's take a quick look at my Black Order team and see how they are looking. So first off, it's good to take a look at Thanos because he's pretty important. He is 6775, level 70, tier 13, 76,000, 7 stars, 4 of them red. Eventually I will be bringing him to tier 14, but that's well down the road, and I'll be maxing out that basic. I've decided just after using the team a bit. It's a very nice basic, which I don't think a lot of people realize. But yeah, so Thanos is by far my biggest one. I finally got, well, this morning I got some red star orbs from some achievement. So I opened some of them and I got some red stars on my Ebony Maw. So he is now 62,000, level 70, tier 13, 62, I already said that, so 6 stars, 3 red, 6775. Again, not nearly the most urgent, but I will probably do his basic at some point. Just because I really like using the team, so I might as well. And I will be bringing him to tier 14. It's probably 6th on my list of important characters to bring to tier 14 right now, though. Proxima Midnight, she's not the most important to bring to tier 14, but she was the easiest to bring to tier 14. All I need are some damage catalysts, and she will be a T14. Unfortunately, I keep using them on other characters, bringing them to tier 13. She's only 6664, tier 13, level 75, 4 stars, 2 of them red, 52-ish thousand power. Eventually, when I can farm her, she'll be more powerful. But right now, this is what I got, and I will be doing some of her T4s when I get the chance. We got Corvus Glaive here. He is 6665, level 70, 3 stars, all of them red. And tier 11, I'll be getting him more gear as I get the skill gear to use. 40,000 power. His biggest concern is right now he dies a little too quickly. So I do need this, eventually stars, but I do need the gear until I get the stars for this team to really thrive. And then speaking of, could use some more stars and such, we've got Cull Obsidian here. He is 3 stars, all of those red. He is waiting on 2 more stars to be filled out to become a 5 red star character, at which point he will be devastating. He is level 70, tier 10, 38,000 power, 6665, and he'll be getting, pretty much all of these characters will over time be getting more T4s because they're all just, they're fun. They're an absolute blast to use. So yeah, that is my Black Order team and Thanos. So really quickly, just so you can see how the team actually works in most fights, let's take a look here. Okay, so those are all pretty intense fights, of course. 100k Asgardian punch up, 100k X-Men punch up. I'm gonna try the X-Men team. I think that's the toughest one. I've beaten all of them, but that the pure size of that Phoenix might actually just be a little devastating, but we will see how it goes. Hopefully, if I can run this right, I will be able to deal with it plenty fine and just destroy them. I've never lost with a single blitz battle with this team yet. That doesn't mean it never will happen. There's X-Men lose arena battles. Ultron teams lose arena battles. Like, every team will lose, or blitz battles, sorry. Every team will lose blitz battles from time to time. No team is 100% foolproof. But so far I haven't, which is really awesome. I'm gonna try and do this over here, which is not the way I normally do it, but just giving it a shot, see how it feels. Mixing up basically I'm still learning how to use the team fully properly, so I figure it's more important to learn how they work than be as successful as possible all the time, because it's better to be as perfect as possible down the road than as safe as possible now. So the reason I used the 2 Thanos basics this time, even if they had the defense ups, was because I knew I was going to be they were going to be all in stealth, and I was going to want to not deal with that. So I want to flip sooner to now. At least that was my plan. But it's not looking particularly great right now. I'm going to get this taunt up here. So I do survive. Let me just stun the Phoenix while I can. And now I can just flip all of the X-Men buffs. And it didn't flip Colossus. Wow, that's the first time that's happened. But now looking, he's a very, very big Colossus, so it kind of makes some sense. Alright, that would just kill off the Phoenix, which I don't want to do right now while stuck on this Colossus. Especially at the size of him, so I'm just gonna... I'll throw a moon at them, though. I definitely don't have any issues trying to chuck a moon at the people. I do have the slight concern here I'm not going to be able to get through this Colossus in time to actually make an impact to kill that Phoenix off. Yeah, that ultimate is amazing. You should see its special animation that happens every once in a while. Yeah, Dark Phoenix is about to ult on me, so that's a less good situation. So I did lose my Corvus Glaive, and I lost my Ebony Maw. Ooh, that is... I don't think I'm going to win this one, which is shocking. Yeah, this is my first ever Blitz loss with the Black Order team. Just couldn't get past the Colossus, which is kind of my fault for not checking how big it was. Welcome. Not much, just got my first ever defeat on Blitz with the Black Order. They've been working great, just got stuck on a Colossus. And welcome, greetings to you as well. And let me see, you'll probably be level 51 once I finish up my daily activities. Yeah, if you get a 92k Colossus and I'm trying to clear a taunt with a 40k character, it makes sense that's going to go pretty well. I also have a couple of abilities I can level up that can make that happen a little quicker, but I don't have those yet. 51 once I finish on my daily activity, that means I should be able to cure. Awesome, congrats on the new level and the stronger miles. Let's just take a look, make sure everything's fine. All right, so you said you wanted to see me try a arena battle. Let's see what we got. But right now, I do try to avoid. The way I'm looking at it, I'm gonna try and find. Oh, good, another 91, 92k Colossus. This is a much smaller Colossus. I'm gonna try and use my Black Order against this team here. It's not as big of a punch up as normal, but again, my team power level isn't quite a fair representative of them because of the power differential in my characters. If I get a big Cull Obsidian, if I get my Cull Obsidian a little closer to the rest of my team and my Corvus, they're going to be a lot more powerful because you actually rely on those characters a little more than you would expect, because Cull Obsidian's counterattacks are brutal. No, Black Order does not stink in arena. They are the best arena offense team in the game. They will slaughter pretty much anything you put them against if you are in control. There is a bit of issue with their AI on defense right now, yet they're still a very good... If you have a big enough Black Order team, it does not matter. They're still slaughtering teams on defense in wars, and some arenas people can't get through. You'll find a lot of arenas number one is Black Order, but especially defense they struggle with a little bit right now. I don't think that's going to be forever though. I think they're going to fix a bit of that up because honestly they've also Ebony Maw's kit isn't working fully right now. Neither is Black Bolt's, so there's a lot of tech issues going on and just some AI that's not quite right. Corvus and Cull are the characters to buy offers for if I was going to spend money. If you're going to buy one of these characters, they're all great characters, obviously. You obviously probably won't need anything on Thanos, so I'm not even going to consider him as one of the people to buy offers on. You can't buy an offer for Ebony Maw. So yeah, the ones that Proxima Midnight, she's a great character, but as long as she can get that offense down and the stuns, she's probably pretty fine. Cull Obsidian, I would say, is the number one character to consider buying an offer for right now. Just because that extra gear can make him really pack some punches on these counterattacks whenever Thanos and Ebony Maw are attacked. Because right now mine is doing... I didn't even see that number, but yeah, he can be really, really deadly. And a lot of the counters kind of rely on an Ultron getting through this Cull Obsidian, which they do to mine, as you can see there, and he's not doing much counterattack damage. But if you get a built up enough Cull Obsidian, which I have seen, because I have a fully maxed Ultron, and I have tested it against a few of the others that have come by and done some PvP, and I can't even get him below half health with my Ultron ult in a perfect situation. So if you manage to get your Cull Obsidian built up like that, these teams can't get through to kill the other characters. Alright, let's see where that goes. Yeah, let's, I'm gonna use the basic here. I'm gonna throw a moon. Now I'm going to stick on Colossus because I don't want to get the Phoenix down just yet. Now I'm going to hope to get through this Colossus. At least that's the plan. I'm going to probably take another Ultron ult, which means my Cull Obsidian isn't going to be surviving much longer, unfortunately. Can I click off? Yeah, no, okay. So I'm going to actually use my special here and just offense down a few characters, and now trying to get through the taunt. I did get through the taunt, but now I'm stuck on Phoenix, which I should have seen coming. Now Dark Phoenix is coming out, but she will be ability blocked. She will be ability... Okay, she won't be... That's fine. That makes no sense. That didn't coherently work like it should. Again, issues with the kits not all functioning as they're meant to right now. The rumor is that he is coming to the game. There is technically... I have not actually seen any true things about him being on the X-Men team or the Raid team. Beast is coming to the game, and I can confirm that, and Beast is designed for X-Men Raid teams. Which is just true. That I can confirm as true. Gambit, I know some information about Gambit that I'm technically wasn't supposed to know. Isn't X-Force first? Maybe, probably, maybe partially before, partially after. I will say Gambit has been planned in this game for a very long time, and he was supposedly ready a very long time ago. My information on him is probably way outdated at this point, but seeing that he is rumored to come to the game now and it's just kind of common discussion, I don't find it as concerning for me to say that he had a pretty much finished kit and they had a plan of release for him several months back. I don't find that an issue to say anymore. But what is his plan? I will say, in all likelihood, if they're still doing what they were doing, I don't expect him to be on an X-Men Raid team. I will say that. I do expect him to be fitting a hole that is very much needed in this game. You love mutants and will always buy their offers. Only time I spend money. X-Men are your favorites. Awesome. Congrats on that. More mutants coming to the game for you is pretty awesome. I rarely ever buy character offers. I'm trying to remember. I know I've bought a character offer before, but it has been quite a long time. So let me see who it was. None of them. None of them. None of them. It's been a very long time. Yeah, that is their current plan. That I know of, their previous plan was a place that made a lot of sense. No, I didn't buy Wakandans. None of my Wakandans were bought. I've never bought a single character that helped me get a legendary either. Oh, that might not be right. Technically, wouldn't have needed it. The last one I bought would be this guy right here. Eons ago, when he came to the game. But yeah, no money spent on my Wakandans whatsoever. Very little spent on anything. Yes, that is a true statement, Bust Move. Gambit was the leader of the Marauders at some point. Yeah, technically, Loki did help get Phoenix, but I kind of forgot about that. And by that point, I had already gotten the shards from other areas where I would have been able to get it anyways. Because my Loki was 7 stars before they announced Phoenix as a legendary event. So I could have easily gotten the shards anyways. So yes, the Marauders do not have a 5th character right now, and technically Gambit was the leader of the Marauders. So that would be a hole in the game Gambit could theoretically fit. That may or may not have been previous information. but if it's accurate anymore, I have no idea. Honestly, don't get information directly from Fox Next at any point. I don't really do much rumor stuff anyways. Thank you. The reason why I have a pretty nice account for something that's mostly free to play is this number right here. Logged in days. And I have not missed a single day since I started. Not even the days that I have 12-hour flights. Somehow I managed to get it in. I've pretty much gotten my daily objectives done every day too, and had this YouTube channel for over a year now, so that's also a big reason. Yeah, that is the information that we have received from Fox Next that I have ever received, which is very, very, very little, because I am not on the Envoy program. Technically, the information I've received from Fox Next was received directly from someone who received it from the Envoy program before. That gets changed last minute all the time. So this information that I had on him was from 4 or 5 months ago, and he had a very specific method of release, and it was that he would be the very next of that specific type of release to come out. And since then there's been like three, maybe 4 of them. I think 3. So that wasn't accurate. So who knows? Who knows? Let's do that. Get that special there. It is 10:50 already. Wow. Time is flying by today, guys. Time is flying by today. Unfortunately, I can't stay much later than a scheduled ending. As you guys know, I normally finish, I say I'm going to go from 4 Eastern to 5 Eastern, and then I normally stay an extra 15 to 30 minutes, sometimes longer. Today I can't go much longer past that point, because I got some things I have to do tonight, because I've got to head out in the morning to get some things done, including my haircut, so I can get my hats to fit again. So I just need to do some prep stuff tonight. As you may know, I do base things off of Eastern time, but I live in a very different country. So it's about 11 p.m. my time. And I made my decision. I'm going to farm Shield Medic with energy. The Shield do it in the arena after you get Scarlet Witch. That's an option. If you want to go the Shield route, you can. The only legendary you'd be getting from that is Iron Man. And the Shield team without Fury is only so good. And even with Fury now, they kind of reach a limit. Unless you're talking war defense, then you need Coulson as well. So there's that whole variable. But if you want to go that route, it's of course an option to go. And I always do my best to tell people what I think is the smartest. But the important thing is, this is a game. This is your account. You're the ones investing time. You're the ones playing. You're the one that's going to have fun with the characters that you pick. So whatever your decision is, it's yours at the end of the day. If you want to spend money, if you don't want to spend money, if you want to build the most meta characters all the time, 3-star Iron Man unlocked, that's completely fine. If you're a huge Iron Man fan, go get that Iron Man. Like, if you want to build the most meta characters all the time and only focus on them, go ahead. If you want to listen to whatever advice you get, go ahead. If you want to say, nah, it's okay, I'm only going to build my hand team, that's your choice too. Unless you're in an alliance that says otherwise, then again, you get to pick whether you want to be in an alliance that has specific requirements for it. At the end of the day, it's a game, it's your game. Have fun doing what you want to do. I do try and give my advice on how I think things are the best and the most productive, most helpful way to save your resources, and I believe that's fun. Again, this channel started off on me giving campaign note advice and just a bit of random fun videos every once in a while, but I would make videos 3 ways to 3-star all the campaign nodes that people ask questions on, just so that people could find the most efficient way to do it instead of just building their team up until they can completely overpower characters. So I've always found it helpful to try and get people to save as much resources so they can do what they want. So yeah. Let's see. Till then, I have another War Offense team with Medic, Hulk, Iron Man, Hulk, Shield, Minion, Dude. And maybe Hawkeye or Quake. Quake is a pretty good character. Who did you beat the Black Widow node? Black Widow node. That is Hero 7-3, right? Off the top of my head, I'm thinking that's Hero 7-3. Right now, it's going to look a little disproportionate as my team has grown significantly since then, but might still be in there. Yeah, Hero 7-3. I know there's a video that showed me doing it back in the day, not that far back when it came out, but I did not use defenders. I will tell you that. I didn't use defenders for anything. Never used defenders. What did I use? I had a Miss Marvel. She would have been a part of it. My symbiote... Well, symbiote Spidey came along after the fact, I think. So I would have used hero brawlers of some sort. So it would have had probably Spider-Man, Miles, Miss Marvel, Punisher, Ghost Rider. I'm thinking is what I used. I don't know for sure because, again, this was a while back and my team has changed a fair bit. That was not the team I would use right now. Let me take a look real quick because it's Hero City. Right now, what I would do is going to be click on some heroes. That's city. There we go in heroes. Yep, that's who I used. Perfect. Hopefully that helps. But what I would do is I would drop one of the Spideys. I would probably keep that. I'd probably drop. Yeah, I would drop Punisher and use my symbiote Spidey for that now because, well, first off he would just carry the team because he's double the size of the rest of the characters. Yeah, Firehead dude. Gotta use the Firehead dude. What are you gonna do without a hothead? But yeah. Also, just symbiote Spider-Man is just taking a quick look. Yeah, can confirm. Symbiote Spidey is the best city hero in the game. He's also probably top 5 character in the game. He's incredible. The only other ones that I would say even compete as top, that could even remotely be considered one of the top city heroes, would be Miss Marvel and Ghost Rider. The rest of the characters don't even come close to them. Spider-Man is very good, and Miles are very good as well, but not to the degree of Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, and Miss Marvel. Probably in that order of Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, and Miss Marvel. So yeah, that would be who I used. Yeah, that is so weird seeing my Okoye that big. Why is my Okoye bigger than like the characters I work so hard on? It feels weird. It feels weird having that big of an Okoye. Alright, so it is 10:54. White Scarf thankfully answered, so I am able to tell you guys a story. It is continuation on a older story I told not too long ago. Okay, these are all fun teams to fight. Story time. Yes, it is story time. I'm excited too. Yeah, 6 red on Okoye. That was yesterday my Red Star Orb opening for Ebony Ma. I got 0 on Ma and 6 on Okoye. So she does a ton of damage now, which is great. Yeah, so story time. A couple days ago, yesterday maybe, I talked about my tendency of breaking my nose because I'm clumsy. I have broken it 9 times in my life, and I told a few of those stories. But today's story, it's a bit of a short one because it's just another way I broke my nose. It is the second most embarrassing way I've broken my nose. And remember, I think the most embarrassing was walking into a door because I didn't want to wake people up, so I didn't turn on the lights. Okoye was from an F4 or F5, I think. Yeah, it was like an Elite 4, I think, but whatever it was, kind of funny that it was 6 red on Okoye. But yes, so one of the ways I broke my nose, which I had already talked about, was I woke up to go to the bathroom and I didn't want to wake everybody up, so I didn't turn the lights on, and upon trying to walk back to my room, I couldn't see anything, and I slammed my face into a door, breaking my nose and waking up the whole family as I fell to the ground. And this one, it's up there for the most embarrassing ways I've broken my nose. And this time I broke my nose. I was probably about 16, 15, and I broke my nose playing Duck Duck Goose. Yes, Duck Duck Goose. If you are not aware of the game Duck Duck Goose, it is a game meant for like 4-year-olds. You go around in a circle, touch it. Someone is it. They go around in a circle, tapping people's heads and saying duck, duck, duck. And then when they would say goose, if you were the one that they touched your head, you would get up and run in a circle around the circle of people sitting on the ground and basically be racing in an opposite direction. Like, person sitting goes this way, person that was doing duck, duck, goose runs this way, and you're supposed to meet up back at the little spot that you vacated, and first one back and sitting down is the winner, and the other person is now it, and they're it doing duck, 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 goose on top of people's heads. I played this when I was 15, maybe 16 years old, and it resulted with me getting a broken nose, bleeding everywhere and on the ground as everyone was laughing at me because I broke my nose playing Duck Duck Goose. How did this happen? Well, I was a little competitive when I was a bit younger. Let's try out my comments. Now let's use Asgard to get there. I was a little competitive when I was younger, so when I was goosed, when the person touched me and said goose, I was determined to win, and I took off on a full sprint, and I was dedicated, and we go sprinting in both directions. We get here, and we are going a little too close to each other because our mobility is not what it was when we were like 5 or 6 years old. We can't dodge each other as well as we normally would, and I'm just sprinting. I'm not even looking where I'm going, and my friend, who was also playing, kind of panicked and put his arm up like this, and he just elbowed me straight in the nose, and I went down and was bleeding everywhere with a broken nose, and then I was it, and I kept playing with a broken nose, but was being laughed at a lot more often because I broke my nose playing a children's game. Hope you enjoyed that story. It was a hard one for me to emotionally come through and say, mainly because I keep forgetting that that was the story I was playing on. Or it was just a partial story that I was playing on the other time. But yeah, basically that's the story of how I'm very clumsy and broke my nose trying to play Duck Duck Goose. Who doesn't accidentally break their nose playing Duck Duck Goose? Or not turning on lights because they don't want to wake up people in the family. Or trying to shoot a basketball and miss hitting the rim and it bouncing right back and hitting you in the face. Or just walking down the street as someone else shoots a basketball. So many ways to break your nose. Getting phone calls, getting hit by hockey sticks, face planting on a skateboard because you realize the only way you're allowed to ride the skateboard is just standing on a carpet, not moving, and just face planting off of the skateboard onto concrete. Yeah, tons of great ways. I do hope you enjoyed that story. I really do. I'm going to keep trying to get a story for every single time I stream, and some days are going to be doubled up stories. So it's always nice to be by and enjoy a bit of story time. You can learn a bit of stuff. And anyways, I am very thankful you all came out today. I really do hope you've enjoyed the stream. Oh wow, normally there's maybe one person I know that's streaming. Right now there's a whole chunk of people I know that are streaming. Who do I want to send you to? Oh, the difficulties. Anyways, if you are on YouTube, make sure you leave a like and you subscribe if you want to. And let me know if there's anything you want to see me make YouTube video wise. I've got a couple of things working. How do you get Symbiote Spider-Man? He goes through some milestones. Let me just explain that real quick. Basically, you know the daily milestones that you have between spending gold, spending some campaign energy, or what else is there? Gold, campaign energy, and these things. World Warrior milestones. Every once in a while, there's going to be one more event coming back where instead of getting, let's take a look at these things, you'll get Symbiote Spider-Man shards instead. So if you really want to have a chance of unlocking him, you might want to save up a little bit of gold or just hold back some gold orbs so that you can kind of regulate your gold spending when the event comes back. No, he'll actually just be in these milestones as just like a reward to claim, basically. How did you get that? Showed up late, but I'm sub now. Been watching some of your stuff lately. Awesome. Thank you very much. I hope you are enjoying it. There's going to be more stuff soon. I've got a bunch of half-made videos I really got to push out. I had so many ideas, but then I'm working on collaborations, and that kind of takes up a bit more time because if I need to delay something, I can't delay something that other people are waiting on as well. So working on that as soon as possible. And then someone made a really good video suggestion that I'm starting to work on as well. So I've got a bunch of half-made videos, guys. I'm sorry about that. And a bunch of stream highlight videos I'm making. But yeah, got a ton of those. You have 11 of him? Yeah, you'll be getting a bunch more shards from the next event. Again, thank you a ton for coming out. Yes, Trav is streaming if you want to go over there. I was going to be sending you guys over to Chef Crondo, simply because, well, Trav had more viewers, so I figured Crondo could use them. That was my entire thought process on the matter. I like both of them. They're both friends of mine. Both are part of MSF or MSF, which I'm very thankful for. So if you would rather go see Trav, that is completely fine too. Tell him I say hi. And if you are wanting to see some Chef Crondo, I will be sending you there on Twitch in a second. But yeah, if you're on Twitch and you do want to leave me a follow, that would be huge as well. Help me get to the 50 follower mark so I can give you guys a special stream really soon to celebrate that. I don't have it all figured out what I'm planning on doing. If you have any suggestions, let me know, but I will definitely be doing something special to celebrate. You guys have been absolutely awesome. I'll be back here in exactly 23 hours. Okay, 22 hours and 55 minutes from now. Tomorrow for another hour or so of stream and a bunch more fun with you guys. Thanks an absolute ton. And yeah, I'm just going to send you guys over to Chef Crondo. Tell him I say hi, because I've got some things to do. I got to get ready for tomorrow. Hope you all have a wonderful day.